here we are, Monday night, March 4th, 2013, and Solavei is live across the United States tonight for Solavei Social. And we couldn't be more excited than we are right now. In fact, there's been so much enthusiasm since last night's social, where we had a room full of people. More importantly, thousands of people across the United States. Had guests last night, Chubby Checker, and also Dee Dee from the Crystals, who was hosting social last night as well. And we are so enthused about what's happening across the United States with Solavei. And hopefully over the next few minutes we can do our part to share with you why Solavei today has created a social commerce revolution. And you know, tonight we have representation from some of our members. We have a couple of the live feeds from socials that are happening right now in homes. I know there's a couple that are trying to get in right now from some of the restaurants where they have a packed house of Solavei members and their guests seeing this tonight live. But really representation of what's happening in homes, in offices, in coffee shops, in restaurants across the country right now, where thousands upon thousands of people across the United States are seeing what is happening tonight with Solavei. So let's first, if you don't mind, I'd like to introduce you to a couple of the socials that we have here live pumped in, so you can see them somewhat as a surrogate for what's happening to so many socials across the country. A lot of excitement. Let's go down to Texas, I believe in the Dallas, Texas area, I think Allen, Texas, for Laura Wells. Laura, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So Laura, tell us about some of the people that you have there with you.
Well, we've got my husband, my awesome husband, Jeremy. We've got Alex Roman with us. He's a member of our team. We've got Carrie Sturmel, and she's also a member of our team.
Hey, Carrie, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good.
And we've got Mama Joe Sylvie here as well.
Hello.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
Awesome.
We're excited to have you guys taking part in this tonight, and we'll come back to you here in a few minutes. But let's go all the way up to the Northeast, to the great state of New York. Michael, are you there?
I'm here, Ryan. How are you?
I am good. How are you, Michael?
Everything's going well. Very good.
Good. Introduce us to a couple of people you have there with you. I think your wife's there, as well as I know you've got Barry from the Boom Team, who's sitting right next to you. They're holding George up. Give us a couple of people you have there. I know there's some that aren't on screen with you tonight. I know you've got a room full there. Why don't you introduce a couple of people that are there with you tonight?
It's my friend Matthew.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, guys.
And then I got Juan, poke your head in there, say hi to Juan. And my good friend Michelle to the left, who's a guest tonight.
Hi, Michelle.
And my lovely wife Jackie.
Hi.
Jackie, glad you're taking part in this tonight. Well, we'll come back in just a few minutes, and we're really enthused to see what's happening tonight with Solavei. And just as a snapshot, you know, you might be saying, why are we doing this tonight? Well, it's exciting to know that you can utilize technology, and literally thousands of people could be connecting at one time to be able to share why they're so enthused and excited about what's happening right now. It's about 2 weeks ago. In fact, this marks 2 weeks that we've been doing these Solavei socials every single night through the courses of the week. In fact, this past weekend we had to add another one because we had so many people wanting to tune in on Sunday night. And we have just seen a tremendous amount of momentum that has continued to grow day after day with these socials taking place, where we've had record day upon record day over the course of the last 2 weeks for here in 2013. And it's because you're able to stay right where you are, or you're able to be there with a friend and be able to share with them about Solavei, or you yourself are able to hear about it for the first time. And I love all the different stories that have come in through Solavei socials at solavei.com, where we've heard the stories of the restaurant where someone had the screen open and watching the social, and a couple of tables around them they didn't even know ended up watching it, and a couple people actually enrolling to be a part of Solavei that very night. At the same time, you know, hearing about the stories of somebody's home that they ended up just having a quote cocktail party at their house after work, and had friends come over and watch this, and they themselves being benefited from it. So whatever you're part of tonight, wherever you are, we're excited to have you. And And I encourage any of you tonight who have your phones with you and have Twitter, I encourage you to tweet us tonight as this is going on. Last night we blew up the tweet deck last night with so many people tweeting in about what was happening with them with Solavei. Go to hashtag Solavei Socials and tweet us your message. And in fact, through the course of tonight, we'll in fact be sharing some of the tweets as we go through tonight's Solavei Social, as well as share with you some of the stories that are taking place with some of our members across the United States that are seeing great benefit by being a part of what we're doing right now. Well, we'll come back to both Laura as well as to Michael here in a few moments, but let's go ahead and jump right in and share with you what is happening with Solavei. And as a way of getting started, let me tell you first a little bit about myself, just so you know. I'm the founder and CEO of Solavei. Founded the company. In fact, we launched Solavei on September the 21st nationally across the United States. And I'll tell you more about that in just a few moments. But really, I'll take you back through to the fall of 2011, when really the whole vision for Solavei came to the forefront. And prior to that, I had 3 successful exits. I've been in the technology and telecommunications industry now, gosh, for almost 20 years. That feels like I'm getting older by the day, but it's been an incredible almost 2 decades of being in an incredible industries. My last company I took from founding an idea of creating a global leader in mobile data services and solutions and providing key infrastructure and data services to the largest mobile operators in the world, and grew that company to over $1.2 billion in value. And I found myself in 2011 in the fall time of ready to embark on what was next. And here is where I found myself. I call it the being in the white space. And where I had been at the beginning of each of those 3 companies that I had successful exits from, where it was great, found great benefit financially with those companies, I really found myself in a place of being able to think clearly and be able to see things very clearly, what was happening throughout multiple industries around the world. And it was at that time that I made a decision. I said, whatever I do next, I want to do things that really align to my values, the things that are most important to me. And I'll give you 2 of the things that really are underpinnings to who we are as a company, Solavei. Number 1, I said I want to do business with people I like, love, and trust. And I have the great fortune to be a part of a company today that every day that I come into our corporate offices here, these, I believe, are the very best of the best, the smartest people that I could work with. People coming from multi-billion-dollar companies and being in the leadership of those companies, and we have the opportunity every single day to create great success for our members across the country. And number 2, I said, whatever I do next, I want it to positively impact millions of people's lives around the world. And you see the moniker with Solavei, where it's Solavei powered by relationships. And here's what's great. We'll talk about this in a moment, but already today we are seeing thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people that are positively impacted daily because of what we're doing here at Solavei. And here's where I found myself in the fall of 2011, really seeing some of the key trends that were taking place around the world. And so many of us, so many of my friends, have been very very much benefited because of where they were or where they worked. But so many people today see companies or see industries actually created all around them, but they themselves never have an opportunity to benefit from them. And I really believe one of the very first times where not just a company is benefiting because some of the key trends that are taking place globally, but I believe we've created a company that is enabling the very members of the company to be the ones that's actually this time benefiting. And it's really because of 4 key trends that I saw happening in the fall of 2011. Trend number 1 is I saw the economy. I think this is no secret to anyone. The economy has been extremely tough. We even see right now in headlines today, government is going to be sequestered, and we see all the challenges with the debt crisis that's happening. But if you really boil it down to where we are, and we might read these headlines all the time, but when it comes right down to where the majority of people are living today, 50% of the United States is making less than $50,000 a year. And that's a number that's a real number. When you look at that, over 150 million people, households across the United States, 30% of the U.S. households today earning less than $30,000 a year. and that's a reality. I believe that what we're all experiencing today is the Great Recession. We get by, individuals get by, but the reality is people are seeing is, something needs to change, something needs to be different. But a key trend. Trend number 2 is that of social media. Social media has definitely changed the way we act and the way we interact. I mean, who would ever thought you'd be sharing as much information, as many pictures as you share today as you do? We've become a social creature with everything we do because of Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Google Plus and the many different social outlets that we have today. But it's definitely changed the way we act and the way we interact today. Trend number 3 is that of mobile. Our mobile phones have definitely become a DNA imprint of who we are today. Our mobile phones, you can't leave home without it in the morning. And I don't know if you're like myself, but if I ever have my phone that's a few feet away from me and I can't find it, my heart starts racing, starts beating faster, saying, "Where is my phone?" I become so addicted to it. Good or bad, that is just the way it is today. At the same time, you have to look at how many people are in that same position. 300 million mobile users in the United States today. Over 5 billion around the world. Average mobile phone bill in the United States is $71 a month. 26 million iPhone users spending more than $100 a month every single month. I don't know if you can look at your household and see if it was much different than mine. But before Solavei, I had been with AT&T for almost 20 years, and I look at it and I go, gosh, my wife, myself, our 17-year-old son Barrett, we were spending, really more than $350 a month every single month. And that sometimes was a low bill. Many times we'd even seen ourselves spending as much as $500 a month. And I'm sure many of you have had those surprise bills when you wake up and you go, my gosh, how can I pay for this? And yet, you have to. Because if you don't, you're going to be cut off. Well, our mobile phones have become a part of our everyday life. Trend number 4 is that of social sharing. Social sharing is connected to, I believe, various industries when you think about it. You think about Groupon, you think about Amazon, where they've used referral marketing now and affiliate marketing today. You look at today the companies like an Avon or an Herbalife, companies that doing over 3, 4, and $5 billion in revenues, valuations up to $10 billion in market cap valuation, where individuals are selling to each other because they get a personal benefit. But really, I don't look at that as much as I do at the underlying trend that's taking place, and that's really a human behavior. And it's this: you look at the most recent Nielsen data that's come out, where they talked about how do people buy, how do people actually interact with some of the key mass media advertising that's taking place today. And here's what's amazing: mass media advertising, radio, television, print, over $140 billion industry today. Now, when they dug through the data and actually saw that 47% of consumers, you and me, actually trust mass media advertising of radio, television, and print. Now, what I look at is what that's really telling me, though, is not just that 47% is believing it or is entrusting it, but more importantly, 53% aren't trusting it. But yet you dig into the data even more, and they say 97% of people today actually trust when a friend recommends them something, and they do something on it. Now, so you compare yourself. A billboard comes up and says, eat at this restaurant. It goes in one ear and out the other, or visually you see it and you lose it. But yet on the same day, a friend of yours tells you about this incredible restaurant they ate at on Friday night. They had a great experience. They enjoyed the service. They enjoyed the food. The appetizer was amazing. You said, you know what, honey, let's go there this weekend. The same content, but from a different source. And you actually engaged in it. Now, I saw all 4 of those trends in the fall of 2011. And what I saw is there was an opportunity to ultimately see those trends converge to create a tremendous opportunity, and one that has never been done before. And here's what happened. We took those 4 trends and ultimately the 4 behaviors inside of those 4 trends. So the economy, people wanting to save money; social, people wanting to be connected; mobile, people wanting to communicate; social sharing, people wanting to have an opportunity to earn additional income based on what they already do. We said, why don't we take that and actually build it into a technology, into a platform, which we believe we've created the very first social commerce platform that's ever been created, which enables us to fully leverage the social graph. When you hear me say the word social graph, that's really talking about all the social networks that are out there. So with a Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Google Plus, etc., to actually create recurring, mutual, beneficial, person-to-person relationships. And so here's what happened. We said, as a company, we're going to create a mission. Now, remember what I said earlier, that I want to be a part of a company that could possibly impact millions of people's lives for good. Let me just stop for a second. Seattle, Washington is absolutely gorgeous when the sun is out. And so y'all are all having the benefit tonight to actually see Seattle, Washington in my background and Lake Washington. And in fact, they were saying, you know, Ryan, where do you want to set this up tonight? And I said, you know what? The view I've been able to look at all day long is incredible, and I want everyone to be able to see the same thing that I've been looking at, and why we love living in the city of Seattle, Washington. When it's not raining here, it's one of the most beautiful places on the earth. Well, anyway, getting back to this, so the mission of the company is to make commerce less expensive. The very things you do every day, make it just cost less. Number two, the second part of our mission is to make it profitable. And here's what we believed, is we could take the billions of dollars in advertising that you're accustomed to seeing spent by large brands trying to bring consumers to them. We said, you know what, there's got to be a better way. Why don't we take those billions of dollars and move it to the greatest advertising vehicle known to man today, and that's people. And we built this all into a platform, our social commerce platform, to do four things. One, deliver products and offer products that our members are already using and doing it for less, and enabling them to use the very products that they use day in and day out. At the same time, connect them through community, connect them through a social network and a social community. And number four, when they naturally share something they like, something they're already using, something that's already a part of their monthly spend, their monthly budget, enable them to be the ones that actually benefit financially, instead of having to use typical advertising like the majority of companies do. And what we believe we should start with is mobile, because it is a primary service that everyone is already using. It's already something that you've got part of your monthly budget, something you spend day in and day out. But more important than just that, we said we believe that mobile will be a conduit for two things. One, it will be an economic conduit. Because you're already spending it, you're not having to go outside of your wallet and spend on something you would really don't need. You know, let's say it's some skincare, or it's some pills, or whatever the product is. It's something that is already part of your budget. So it creates an economic conduit of value, an economic conduit of a necessity. Number two, the second conduit we believe to create is a communication conduit. And we believe that because 300 million mobile phone users in the United States, 1% of that 300 million is 3 million members. 1/3 of 1% is 1 million members. And you know what? You can create a lot of leverage and a lot of power over an ecosystem. Meaning, for us, it's the suppliers of mobile, or it's the suppliers of other goods and services, to drive value back to our members, who is what we wake up every morning wanting to create tremendous value and opportunity for our members. And I'll give you, much like Jim Sinegal and Jeff Brotman, who founded Costco, did. They took the collective buying power of their millions of members to drive price down from goods and service provider and pass those savings on along to their member base. We are doing the exact same thing with mobile, offering $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, on top of an incredible network, T-Mobile's network, who's been a tremendous partner of ours, and then pass the key savings back to our members. Now, we've used this as a communication conduit, because now what we're able to do with collective, and already showing a tremendous amount of growth within our member base in such a short period of time, we're able to bring additional goods and services to our members. And we announced, in fact, just a few months ago, that in the month of June we'll be bringing Solavei retail to all of our members that are utilizing Solavei's mobile services, where our members will be able to go to the very places they're going and buying groceries today, gasoline today, the primary goods and services of their household, and where those brands are going to be paying back a percentage of everything that is spent by our members, where we as a company will be paying 50% of every dollar that comes in of gross profit back to our members through the compensation plan that's in place. Again, a communication conduit and an economic conduit, allowing us, Solavei, to offer additional goods and services to all of our members. You know, much like Amazon, you know, started with books. Today, you can buy about anything you want to from Amazon, because what Jeff Bezos created was a distribution platform, and what we've created is a social commerce platform that has started with mobile. If you look at just the service offering that we have, $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. You know, no different than, you know, maybe a year ago or 3 years ago when you went into a Verizon or a Sprint or AT&T, you walked in there to get a service plan. You're probably paying $65, $70, $80, $90 a month. They're locking you into a 2-year contract. I always call that the stick that they put over your heads. And what we've brought to the market is a $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide, no contract, complete transparency to what you have with us. You look against the other operators that are there and what they're offering, but more importantly, if you go down and just look at the data line, and what you're getting with us is so much more. But just beyond the text, data, and voice that you're getting is where we are taking the dollars. And if you think about the mobile operators spending over $12 billion a year in advertising, sales, and marketing, whether it's AT&T advertising an American Idol or they're advertising for the Super Bowl. I believe every one of those dollars, and every single time you see another advertisement or a billboard or something in print for one of the mobile operators, know that they could have been spending that money on a better place, and that's you. And that's what we've done. For every 3 people, which we call a trio, we're going to pay you $20 a month. And our objective is where we have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people around the world that are actually getting money back from Solavei for being the advertising vehicle and the conduit of that, and actually not having to pay a mobile services bill because Solavei is paying it back to them. And so it's simple. We have combined mobile, we combined social sharing, and we've combined social to really redefine commerce and how commerce and distribution is ultimately done. You know, the first thing is we've brought to the market unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. And then we've taken all the social networks and we said, okay, that's already there where people are naturally connected today. And let's create a platform, a technology, to actually bridge the two together to where it makes it very easy for our members that become excited about Solavei's mobile service to be able to share it naturally on Facebook, on Twitter, and let's put a platform together that actually makes it easy to propagate that. To when they propagate it and others enroll, their friends, their family, our members are the ones who actually get paid. You know, so how's it been going, you may ask? Well, we launched on September the 21st, and just like you see a couple of homes that we have live here right now, we have right now thousands upon thousands across the country that are watching this tonight and do it every single night, have for the last 2 weeks. But more importantly, we've watched this since September 21st grown and to now to over 140,000 members across the United States, and growing every single day by leaps and bounds, because it's you, our members, those who maybe invited you to watch this tonight that are saying, you know what, this is an incredible mobile service offering, obviously $49, but more importantly, it's a way for me to actually financially benefit, no different than so many people at the beginning of large companies where it was maybe the employees or maybe it was the few owners of it got to benefit. We say, you know what, this is a social commerce revolution. There is a march to 1 million members. There's a global expansion that will be happening with this company, and I have the opportunity to be one of the ones that benefit for it. So how does this work? And for those of you who are seeing this for the first time, I'll give you a simple example. And if you don't mind, Michelle, I think you're there with Michael right now. Michelle, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to use you as an example. You're watching this tonight for the first time and seeing the vision of Solavei and how all this works. So I hope you don't mind, Michelle. I'm going to use you as some of the surrogate for all the individuals across the country that are watching this tonight. In fact, I ran into a couple of people today, and they asked, what company I work for. They asked me what I did, and I told them. They got excited. I said, you know what? You just need to watch, socials.solavei.com at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And they said, we'll definitely watch it. This is really exciting. So, Michelle, for all the thousands of people tonight that are seeing this for the first time, I'm going to use you as an individual representing really all of them. So if you don't mind, because I'm going to do it anyway. So, let's say that I go into our social commerce platform, and I actually post today on Facebook one of the social graphics that we have, and it says, Solavei, $49 a month, unlimited, share and earn, get your mobile service for free. Well, you may respond, $49, is that real? Free, how does that work? I've never seen the company Solavei before. My response to you is probably going to be something like, well, you're never going to see a Solavei in a retail location. You're not going to see them bricks and mortar. Very, very different than the typical mobile operators. The great news is Solavei is operating on the backbone of one of the top mobile operators in the country, T-Mobile, so it's that very same network. Except the difference is Solavei made a decision to not spend the billions of dollars in advertising that's typically spent, but to actually take those monies and spend it on the greatest thing you could ever spend it on, and that's people. And so the example here is if I just share Solavei with 6 of my friends, Solavei is going to put $100 directly into my bank account. On top of that, pay me $40 a month. If it happens to be 9 friends, which you call 3 trios, it's $150 that's going to be deposited, and I'm going to get $60 a month. So in essence, my mobile service is free. Well, obviously, Michelle, you're probably interested. And what I would like to say is as I go back to the fall of 2011, the spring of 2012 last year, and really when we began architecting all this and what we believe would be the first of its kind, and we have created patent after patent after patent with what we've built inside of the technology. And one of the things we wanted to do is create a natural sharing environment, not a selling environment. When you like something, you naturally share it. If it's something that's heavy lifting or something that you don't know if someone's going to like, you actually have to sell it. Well, I believe $49 a month unlimited, text, data, voice, 4G nationwide mobile service is something that everybody wants, everybody needs. Over 80% of the United States population already spends more than $50 a month, so you've already got something that your friends and family and those closest to you would want. We said, how can we build all of this around a community? And so where we live every day, which I love and love seeing all that happens inside of the community and the feed, where you see all the things positively that are impacting our members as well, where members like Laura can go directly into my Solavei and see everything that's happening with those friends that she's introduced to Solavei and all the great things that's happening with them. Now, we took it another step, and I say this a lot, where I wanted to make this as addictive as Angry Birds. And what I mean by that is, as Angry Birds, I've never made money on it. I got to admit, when my kids started playing it and they handed it to me the first time, I got a little addicted myself. But here's what I wanted: I wanted there to be an experience that when somebody got involved with Solavei, they continually wanted to come back in to my Solavei. And so, how do you do that? Well, one, it's the community aspect of being somewhat in a natural sharing environment with those that are already closest to you. Again, remember, powered by relationships. The people that are here because of you, but also because of the personal benefits you're getting. So again, behavior, response, reward, response, reward. And so let's just say, Michelle, that I introduced you to Solavei, let's say maybe a couple months ago, and you got involved because you wanted that $49 a month unlimited mobile service. Well, here's what's exciting. Probably in that first couple of weeks, you told maybe a few of your friends as well, maybe 6 of your friends about Solavei. Well, they got involved. Now, you may since that time have done nothing but just use your mobile phone, like you have forever. You just use your mobile phone on a daily basis. But here's what's incredible, and this is now not theory. Before we launched the company, a lot of this is theory, and what we believe would happen is actually happened and is growing every single day and being reinforced every day of how powerful this is. Well, now your friends are doing exactly what you did. They're sharing it with others. This $49 a month and all the benefits that come along with it. So you go into my dashboard, and you're seeing the 6 friends that got involved, but more importantly, you're now seeing what they're doing. And every time they're bringing someone else into Solavei and someone else is enrolling, you're getting benefit for it. and where you're actually seeing, okay, this is actually making money. So Angry Birds, I call it on steroids, because imagine if you got paid on Angry Birds, every time you went to another level. This is what happens here with Solavei, and it's incredibly exciting. We've built inside the technology all the things to enable you to see what's happening and for you to do more. And I love this notification engine. And Michelle, as the example would be, let's say you have a friend named Amy Carney, and she was one of those 6 people that you told about Solavei. Well, one day you're at lunch, and all you do is use your phone. You like the benefits of Solavei, but today you're sitting at lunch, and a little notification pops up in the middle of your phone that says Amy Carney just got 6, which means Amy, your friend, just got 6 people enrolled, which means Solavei is going to put $100 into her bank account. On top of that, she's going to be making $40 a month. Well, you as her friend who introduced Solavei to her, you feel great that you introduced this to her. So all you do is you hit your Send Congrats button, and it immediately launches a message directly into the Solavei feed that says, congratulations, Amy, for making $100 or $150, whether she got 6 or she got 9, for using your phone. But it also launches it into Facebook, into Twitter, and let's say that in Facebook it pops up and says, congratulations, Amy, for making $150 for using your phone. What do you think happens next? The next 10 minutes, 10 of your friends, 11 of your friends say, how in the world did you make $150 for using your phone? And that's now the next step, where we make it easy to where all you got to do is go into the outreach management system, put in the emails of your friends, be able to attach one of the social commercials, whether it's a 1 minute, a 2 minute, a 6 minute social commercial. We actually have some new ones that are about to come out this week I'm really excited about. And all you got to do is attach it and send it. And again, let the commercials that we've created for you do the sharing and ultimately do the enrolling for you, because here's what's beautiful. We've also built an entire contact tracking system to where you can see when somebody has clicked on an email, when they've signed into a guest book, when they've actually watched one of the videos. So you can see they for themselves are being taken through the system, where next time you talk to them on the phone or you reach out to them and say, are you ready for Solavei? And $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. And here's what we've done. As you look at all the many retail locations that the mobile operators have, from Verizon to AT&T to Sprint, thousands of them. In fact, each one of them have 2,500, 3,000, 3,500 apiece. So let's call it 10,000, 12,000 between those 3 mobile operators. Do you realize today we have over 140,000 distribution points through our members and growing every day? You look at Laura tonight, or you look at Michael, there in New York, or the many other socials that are happening across the country. We have created distribution points all over the United States where you're a walking, breathing, eating, living Verizon or Sprint or AT&T store. Because the moment you enroll, we create an experience just for you as you go through the enrollment process. But every time somebody clicks on a www.solavei.com/Michelle, and Michelle, your last name, when somebody clicks on that and they too for themselves want that $49 a month, guess who's going to get the benefit? You are. So we've created that experience all around you. When a new member comes into Solavei, to me, this is when the life of Solavei starts, and something I'm passionate about every day. And we're a little over 5 months old now, and which shocks me how much has happened in such a short period of time. But one of the things that I continually say inside of this corporate offices here in Seattle, Washington, is I want an experience that when our members become a part of Solavei, they feel they're part of a community. And we work every day to wrap our arms around our members to make this a place that our Solavei members not only feel a part of, but they feel that every day we're about you. We're about driving value into your life, making commerce less expensive, and taking the dollars, the billions of dollars, and you being the one that benefit by being involved here. Tonight you may be enrolling with Solavei, and those who enroll in Solavei online, you get your SIM card in a few days after you enroll with your welcome package and everything you need to get started. Using your own phone, like my iPhone 5 that I carry right now, and I love it, seeing all the nano SIMs that in fact are being shipped this week across the country for iPhone 5s. All you got to do is take the old SIM card out and put the new SIM card in, and now you're live with Solavei. What's also great is, in fact, over 60% of those who are enrolling on a daily basis now are enrolling because one of our Solavei members happen to have SIM cards with them, and you can buy them in 10 packs and 20 packs, to where whether you're at Starbucks or at a restaurant, or you're at school, dropping off your kids, and you tell them about Solavei, they watch one of the Solavei commercials, and your friend's been paying $80 a month right there on the spot. You can actually put a Solavei SIM card right in their phone where they're activated and getting immediate benefit from Solavei. But within 1 week of someone involving themselves with Solavei, this is the part I love. And this is where you will receive your Solavei pay card, Solavei Visa Bank of America debit card. And this is where you'll be able to use it at anywhere Visa's accepted, get money out at ATMs, write a check on it. But this is where it all happens. This is the economy of Solavei. And I look forward to the day that literally there's billions of dollars on Solavei pay cards around the world. Because every 2 weeks we deposit directly into Solavei Visa pay cards for our members, and to let you know that that as of our next pay period, which is coming up here in a few days, we'll have paid out over $6 million to our Solavei members throughout the United States. Just here in the last few months, in forms of $20 and $40 and $100 and $2,000 and just an incredible number of individuals making over $1,000 a month, all because one day they said yes to having $49 a month mobile service with Solavei and sharing it with others. Draw a full picture of this. Here's what I love. Michelle, let's say you got involved 2 months ago. You just wanted that $49 a month service. You shared it with maybe 6 of your friends, and over the course of the last 2 months, maybe your network grew to over 80 people. You see a couple people I know that I see tonight that are here live with us here on the social that we're having, that have thousands upon thousands of members in their network across the country. But let's just say it's those 80, and you're getting $120 to $150 a month. This is the beautiful part of this. It's going directly in that Solavei pay card, and so many stories that I get to see on a daily basis. And it's one of those things that I never want to sleep. I always want to be up and focused on this, because I see so many of our members that are continually positively impacted because of what we've done with shifting how the distribution system works and how monies actually flow, to where you see individuals that are able to pay for their mortgage, or able to pay for their groceries. Obviously the thousands are able to pay for their mobile phone service. The father that's able to take the daughter out for a dinner or a date night between a husband and wife, or boyfriend and girlfriend. So many things that are happening that continually inside our corporate offices here reinvigorate and enthuse us to do more every single day to benefit our members. But let's say you have $150 sitting in your pay card, and when you see the next stage of Solavei take life and take flight is when we introduce Solavei Retail. And this is now where you take the very monies from the mobile services, and you're now able to go to your favorite retail stores where they're going to pay 2 to 12% of every dollar the Solavei members actually spend there with them with their Solavei pay card is going to get paid back to Solavei, of which 50% of every dollar gross profit is going to be paid back to the members of Solavei through the compensation plan that's in place. And see, what's created here is this virtuous cycle. If our Solavei members can actually save more and then make more, then they'll be able to spend more, creating this virtuous cycle of great benefit where the Solavei members, and what I see is tens of millions of Solavei members around the world that are seeing tremendous benefit, and every day that we announce another good or service to our members is where they'll continually want to benefit with what we're doing. So to draw a full picture around this is really, how many people do you personally think that that would benefit just by spending $49 a month unlimited text, data, voice versus possibly what they're spending now? If it happens to be 3 of your friends, which we call a trio, we're going to put $50 directly in your bank account. Plus you're going to be making $20 a month. And last night on the last night's social, I loved hearing the person said just got involved, just signed up their first trio, and they love the fact that they're only spending $29 a month now on their mobile service, unlimited. Obviously, on an annual basis, just that $20 is almost $250 in savings right there. If it happens to be 2 trios, 6 people, we're going to put $100 in your bank account. You're going to make $40 a month. If it happens to be 9, 3 trios, which we call free, we're going to put $150 in your bank account, plus you're going to be making $60 a month. All because today you said yes to Solavei as your mobile service provider. This is where it gets really interesting. If you think about the whole social graph, all the social media companies that are out there today, social networks, who would ever thought that, that a few years ago when I was introduced to Facebook, and I thought, well, I've got a few friends, and maybe those few friends are connected, that I today would have thousands upon thousands of friends connected into the social graph. You think of LinkedIn, you think of all the places that we're connected today. Well, here's how this grows. Let's just say that 3 of your friends happen to enroll 3 people themselves. You're now going to be making $170 a month, all because you introduced it to a few people. If 6 of those friends of yours happen to just enroll 3 people, you're now making $280 a month. This is where you can see why we have so many people, thousands of people, that are seeing such tremendous benefit from all the explosive growth that we've had happen to date and what's continuing to happen with Solavei across the country. But rather than just hearing it from me, let's go and hear it from a couple of those who are with us tonight that you can actually see live, where we've got a couple of the homes that are tied in here directly. Laura, I know you've already seen a tremendous amount of benefit, obviously, in getting involved because of the mobile service. But Laura, if you would just give us a quick snapshot of what's happened.
It's been a huge blessing for our family. We have been able to just kind of relax a little bit about some house repairs that just sort of timed themselves with our timing of Solavei, so it's made that a lot easier. We're able to give more to the charities that we care about, do fun things with our kids, have more date nights. It's been a real huge blessing for our family.
That is great. Anyone else there, Laura, that you want to highlight?
How about you, Carrie?
Solavei's been a huge blessing for my family as well. I really needed to work from home, and I was struggling trying to find something that I could do. My daughter requires some care, and we had some medical bills, and just at that time Solavei came, and it's allowed me to do everything that I need to do and relax a little with the bills that we have coming in. So
that is great. Congratulations. And Joe, it's so good to see you tonight, and I've known so many good things that already happened to you and your involvement with Solavei. Let's go across the country, and thank you guys so much for being with us live tonight. I know having a camera pointed at you with thousands of people looking at you, and every move that you're making can be somewhat intimidating, but it hadn't swayed you at all. You all look beautiful. Let's go across the country, and I will say boom. Let's go across the country. Michael, thank you so much for being a part of this tonight. And Michael, if you would tell us a little bit of what's happened to you since you said yes to Solavei as your mobile service provider.
Yeah, first I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to Laura Wells for introducing me to this wonderful opportunity. I've been with Laura since you guys first got started in beta testing, and it's been an unbelievable ride since the beginning to end, and I'm just doing really well. Solavei is actually paying my mortgage, and it's going really good for us. Yep. And my boy Barry right here is helping making it happen. I would like to get him on spotlight.
Yeah, Solavei has been awesome. Member number 1804. It's great to see where we're at now with the growth. Not only cell phone bills paid for, but little by little, all those other bills get taken care of too, which is always a good thing.
I love it. You said something, 1800. I get this question often. Ryan, is it too late? Well, here's what's amazing. 1800, your number 1800 member. And there's people coming in today that obviously is in the 100, and I don't know what the number is today, 150,000, whatever the member number is today that's coming in. 300 million mobile phone users in the United States. 5 billion in the world. We will be at millions. Remember this, 1%, just 1% of the phones in the United States is 3 million. And so you think about where you are tonight, those of you who are watching, and you hear Barry there, and you hear Michael and the things that's happening. Obviously, Laura that you just heard from, and we're really here at the tip of the iceberg. And I believe this, and I say this often, much like if you would have been in the dorm room with Mark Zuckerberg when he pressed that enter button and launched Facebook for the very first time. That's really where we are, all of us collectively together tonight. Let me give you a couple of things that's come in, and I really appreciate it, Michael, Barry, for those comments and for you guys being a part of this tonight. Let me give you a couple of the tweets and the emails that have come in tonight. This is from Hill that says, my family and I live off of $12,000 a year, and we're not on any government assistance, but we do struggle. We are so excited and looking forward to what Solavei is going to be doing for us. This is from John. Awesome company, exclamation mark. I feel this is one of the best business moves I've ever made in my life. Another one from Kirby. Favorite part is a social community that comes together to participate in a revolution of change and doing things differently. I love Solavei. And then here's another one. I had 30 people here for the social last night. We signed up 9 people last night watching the social. These are the things that's happening right now really across the country, and the hundreds and hundreds of stories that we get on a daily basis. And if you're on Facebook, you'll see them on a daily basis. If you're on Twitter, you'll see people talking about it. If you're in the community of Solavei, you see it happening all day long. And it's just because, you know what, when you like something, you naturally share it with others. And so, here we are at a point of how do you get started? This is not you walking into one of the mobile operators' retail locations. This is tonight you just saying, I'm ready to get in. And you'll hear 3 things continually: get in, get social, and get free. Number 1, get in. Become a member of Solavei. There's no enrollment fee. There's no $199 or $250 or $500 membership fee. A lot of product you got to buy and put in your shelf. This is you just saying, I want to spend $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. In fact, somebody over the weekend said, what is the worst thing that can happen with Solavei? Is you got $49 a month mobile service, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide. That's a beautiful part about what we have. We're truly changing the distribution system that's there. So number 1, become a Solavei member. Number 2 is get social. Social is this tonight. So what I've loved the last 2 weeks, and it's really a great example of what's really happened in the last 5 months, where somebody saw maybe a Facebook post, or they saw a tweet, or they saw an email with a commercial, and they themselves enrolled. Then because they saw that, and that became the natural behavior, that's why I always tell people, get social, be posting on Facebook, be posting on Twitter. Don't stop, because you are the advertising voice. We had over 60 million impressions across social and online last month because our members continually talk about it. The more you talk about it, you are every day creating an imprint. You're actually every day, in some ways, training those around you to do what you did. And so when they enroll, they're going to do what you did. And they're going to start posting, and they're going to start sharing Solavei. It ultimately creates this viral effect. But I always say get social. As soon as you enroll, begin talking to other people about it. Go into our Outreach Manager and My Solavei. Send out those first emails, post on Facebook, post on Twitter, take our social commercials, our social graphics, and start posting them. The next thing is if you saw this tonight, and Michelle, I'll use you as an example, because you tonight saw this, Michelle, and if you enroll tonight, the very first thing you're able to do is tomorrow night have a couple of girlfriends, with you at Starbucks or a restaurant over at your house and say, you got to see what I saw last night, and let this do the work for you. So number 2, get social. Number 3 is get free. And the first part with the get social is get your first trio. The next is get free. And 3 trios is now $150 put into your bank account. On top of that, you're going to get paid $60 a month. Because here's what's the beautiful part about mobile phones is you use it every single month. In almost 20 years, I was with AT&T until Solavei. Every single month paying my mobile phone bill. And that's the beautiful part about this is once our members are here, once they're using the service, they typically stay with the service, just like you do with your current mobile service provider today. So number 3, get free. And just to tell you about some of the things that's happening right now with Solavei, we're really excited. We're doing these Solavei socials every night at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, all the way between now And our live Solavei social is taking place in Dallas, Texas. Laura, I look so forward to seeing you and everyone that are there. And this is where everyone in the Dallas area, the Oklahoma area, there's going to be people that are busing in that are going to be a part of that and bringing those that they know, where I look so forward to being there in a live setting there in Dallas, Texas at our Solavei Revolution Regional. And on Friday night, we're going to have a live social. This is going to be live, where we've got some of our top members that are going to be there. You're going to hear some of their stories. I can almost guarantee you that if you have somebody there seeing it for the first time, they'll be a part of it because of what we're doing. This truly is a social commerce revolution. And then what's going to happen is all day Saturday, you're going to be hearing from the best of the best. We got some guest speakers that are going to be there, and it is going to show you how to embrace this social commerce revolution to where you're the one that's benefiting in a great way, and you're going to be hearing from some of the best that we have with Solavei across the country. And then again, tomorrow night, we're going to be doing this again. But bottom line is, what we're doing is it's big, and it's spreading like wildfire all across the United States. And it's really in every single state, across Puerto Rico by the thousands. I'm looking so forward to having Puerto Rico represented this week in some of the live socials that you'll be seeing online. It's going to be a lot of fun. But again, tomorrow night we'll be back here again at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. I look forward to seeing you. I know we've got 3 or 4 locations that are going to be coming in live. So wherever you are, whether it's in a restaurant, a coffee shop, your home, your office, staying late after work, to where we can bring Solavei to those that are closest to you. I want to thank all of you for being involved with us tonight. I encourage you to go to Solavei socials at solavei.com. Send us your story. We love to hear it. It's something that reinvigorates us every single day and makes us so incredibly enthused with what's happening across the United States. Again, thank you for being involved with Solavei, all of you that are our members, and for being the voice of Solavei as we continue to expand to members across the United States. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.